You know, as believers, we serve a big God. But too often in our life, our vision gets really, really small about that big God. And we begin to think of the church as just the people that come and gather in our community on any given day in a building to worship God. But the Scriptures tells us it's so much bigger. Yet the reality of many of our experiences is we don't get outside of that community. In fact, at our church, Christian Fellowship Church, we often say, we are not the church. We say it tongue in cheek. We say, we're an expression of the church, to remind us that we're not alone in this. And one of the great things about being involved in OneHeartDC is that it gets our community, our people who call Christian Fellowship Church their home, together with other believers. And we help understand that together, the design of the body, together we can move the kingdom purposes of Jesus faster. And it also reminds us that we're not in competition with each other. I have a good friend of mine that says this often, that the enemy's the enemy, not another church, not another pastor, not another congregation. And the more that we're able to work together, it reinforces in real life the truths that people say they know in their heart. And that is things like this, that God is moving all throughout the DMV. And that God has a plan for the people in the DMV. And no one expression of the church is going to be able to do it by themselves. And I'm excited in my own church as we actually, even in our own bulletins on Sunday, we promote other churches in our cohort to say, pray for them. Pray for their people that are there. Pray for their pastors, that all of us will be on this mission together of gospel and unity and hope.
A cluster creates an environment for growth as a leader. Every pastor, every leader needs a place where they can go to decompress, to connect with other leaders, to pray, to enjoy downtime with one another. And so the clusters create that type of environment. And my favorite part about it is it creates comfort outside of our normal comfort zones. This is not your denomination. This is not an association. This is a cluster, a group, a gathering of leaders who come together for the benefit of the gospel and for the benefit of each other.
If you're not in one of these fellowships, you need to either create one or join one. And I've discovered what keeps it going are 6 basic principles. Number 1, you have to have a conviction that my ministry is beyond the local church. I need to partner with other pastors. Number 2, you need to connect with them and be very intentional. Find out who's around you. Pray for other pastors. Get to know their names. Then be consistent. We meet every single week, but it needs to be consistent so you don't lose momentum. And then it needs to be Christ-centered. The gospel at the center. Jesus Christ is what we're all about. And then from there, you begin to co-labor as you find out different needs in the community. And the last thing is Christ is honored when you follow that. Now those are the 6. You can go to the blog, learn all about them, but that's the bottom line.